Hello and welcome to Brian's Got Game. I am Brian, and today I got a game called Warehouse 51. Warehouse 51 is a 3 to 5 player auction-style set collection game by Bruno Faidutti, and is published by FunForge and Passport Games. In this game, players assume the roles of multimillionaires who are bidding on items found in the United States' mysterious Warehouse 51. The catch is, some of the items are counterfeit, and all of the players have some of the hidden knowledge. So, let's check it out, and I'll show you how to outbid your opponent, and avoid the counterfeits, and to collect the best items in this high-stakes auction at Warehouse 51. To set up, you sort the cards into their color, shuffle them, and then lay them out. Then, you give each player 10 gold and a player aid. On the player aid, there's a character, a name, and some information. That blue is that blue. And then it shows you the points and the number of cards. So there's 2 3-point cards, 3 2-point cards, and 3 1-point cards. First place gets 8 points, second place gets 6. Same information from the others, but please notice that they get smaller as they go on. You get 5 points for having 1 of each, and 1 point for having per every 5 gold. Then you place the pawnbroker cards, the pawnbroker tokens, to the side, and you put the certificate of authenticity off to the side, and then we're gonna put the counterfeit here. But before we do that, place 2 cards in between each player. Each player will look at the 2 on their ends. So he will look at these, he will look at these, she will look at these. This isn't a 3rd player game. In 4 and 5, there's 1 counterfeit card in between each player. The youngest player picks the first card, flips it over. Now the game can begin. The person on the left of the person who flipped over the card bids first. He likes it, can't be counterfeit, and it's worth 3 points. He's going to start it off at 3. She's going to go with 4. It's getting a little too high for him, so he's going to pass. He really wants this card, so he's going to go 5, and she's going to pass. Because she knows that she's on the left of him, and whenever you win the card, your money passes to the left. And then he flips over the next one, and then she gets to go first. So, let's take a look at some of the cards. This card, all of the cards have a point, a picture, a name, a time, and a description. Some of them have markings on them. The star means that it's blessed. Its effect is good. This card is cursed. It has this X. So its effect is bad, but they're worth more. This card is blessed, and it has a fist. The fist means that it's a blind bid. So each player puts the amount they want in their hand, they want to bid for in their hand, and then they reveal 4, 3, and 1. The winner passes it to the left as usual, gets the card, and play continues. A few more bids. Some people might have more cards. If someone flips over one, and if nobody bids on it, if they all on your turn you can bid or pass. If everybody passes, it's removed from the game. And then the same person flips over another one. Let's say this guy's really low on money. He's about 1 left. So, he's going to pawn one of his items. He's going to pawn the Hammer of Thor, and he puts the pawn token on it, and he gets 5 more. But now, this is kind of removed from the game. During the scoring, he doesn't get to use it, and he doesn't get to use its power. But he has to pay 10 ingots to get the card back. So if it goes around and he gets more, like lots, he can pay money back to the bank and get his card back. Let's fast forward to the end of the game. Let's start with the certificates of authenticity. There are 2 cards in the game that let you place these. The Book of Thoth and Gleipnir. There's also one, Unicorn's Horn, but you get to do it after the cards have been removed. He thinks that Pandora's box is fake, and he thinks that Yada no Kagami is fake. So now we reveal. Flying carpet. We like putting them there, so you know that so you're removing it from the game, and we know that it's been called for. Aladdin's lamp. Yada no Kagami. Yada no Kagami has the certificate of authenticity, so it makes it real. So they know that this is real, so they don't have to get rid of it. Then Spear of Destiny, and then 7 Leagues boots, and Amino nu Hoko. Now we use the end of game effects. He's going to cancel the effect of any 1 counterfeit cards after they've been revealed. Well, he wanted to keep his Spear of Destiny, so he can get it back using the Unicorn's Horn. And then he has no more end of game. First thing, let's keep 1 per every 5. So here's 5, so he keeps 1, put it on the other side, put it out. Then he has 4, not quite enough. Same with all the others. 3, 5, and 4. Now, let's count blues. He has 2. He has 7. And he has 5. So 7 wins first place. So he gets 8 points. We like using the money. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he got second place with 5. So he gets 6. Then you do the same for green, yellow, and red. The last thing is you get 5 points per every set of 1 of each. So he has 1, so he gets 5. She doesn't have 1. He has 2 sets of everything. So he gets 5, and if you run out of money, you can just grab some out of the extras. And here's 5 more. Then you count up the gold. Whoever has the most wins. If there's a tie, the person with Yada no Kagami wins, or the person with the shirt of Nessus loses. Or, if neither of them have it, then they share the victory together. Okay, got my dad here for a parent's opinion. So Dad, what do you think of Warehouse 51?
I really like Warehouse 51. It's our first bidding auction game. We didn't have one of those before. And I wasn't too sure I would like the mechanic, but I was pleasantly surprised. We picked this one up at Gen Con. We played it there at the booth, loved it, bought it right there. We even got to meet the designer, Bruno Faidutti. So I really liked it. I think it's one that's going to stay in our collection for a long time, and it plays very well.
The artwork is wonderful. The cards, it's really, really well done. The people, they look wonderful.
On the player boards?
Yeah,
the player boards are nice and thick. They're all kind of the same. They just show you how many there are of each card, and then at the end game scoring, how many is worth for each of the colors. But yeah, the little character on them is nice. The artwork is really good on all the cards as well. The components.
I really like the cards. The player boards, like you said, they're thick cardboard, as are the gold.
Little gold ingots.
And then the certificate of authenticity.
Yep.
I like that. And also the pawnbroker. The certificate of authenticity, the artwork on that one is also really nice.
Yeah, it's a little more detailed than the other ones. And the pawnbroker, too, it looks kind of like a little coin.
The gameplay is pretty easy. You flip over a card. You decide how much, depending on how much money you have, you decide on how much you want that, don't want that, and how much you're going to bid for it. And then you pass the money to the left.
Yeah, and I really like that mechanic. It's something that I haven't seen before. I know some people who have reviewed the game, they didn't like that. They thought maybe you should be paying the bank. But that's really the way that you keep the money flowing, right? If you were paying a bank, you wouldn't ever get money back. And so the pay to the left is kind of keeps things flowing. We played when a 3-player game, money kind of was flowing. It wasn't really an issue. But when we played with a 5-player game, it was very interesting how the money was scarce and it kind of stacked up till somebody had it all, and then it slowly trickled out till the end of the game. A lot of strategy there, especially when you get in those bidding wars with the person on your left. How much do you want the card, or are you kind of trying to get them to pay you more money?
Yeah. Then the strategy is really nice. You want to have enough money to maybe buy the good ones that are out there, and then buy the ones you want. It's also a really good strategy to get sets. I grabbed some cards that are really strategic. The Yada no Kagami, you win all ties in the scoring. So
that's helpful at the end. At the end of the game, if 2 people have the same number, that one helps you.
Yeah.
You win all ties.
Shred of Nessus, you lose all ties. Like, it's the opposite of this. If you have both, it just cancels each other out. The Ark of the Covenant, it cannot be counterfeit. And then the Philosopher's Stone, it is always counterfeit, unless protected by Gleipnir, Unicorn's Horn, or Book of Thoth. And then Pandora's Box. I really like this one, because you have the set amount of counterfeits, and then you get to draw 2, look at them, choose one, and then that one that you chose is another counterfeit. The other one is discard.
Yeah, we didn't show that in the how to play, so that adds in one more counterfeit into the game, and only you know which one it is, right? So that can be powerful.
Unless David's Heart, you can choose one to look at.
Right. So the cards are there's all different kinds of powers. You can look at cards, you can save cards. Some of them are worth points if you get first or second. Otherwise, you lose points. Some can't be counterfeited. Some can look at counterfeits. There's a wide variety of effects on these cards, and if all the players know those, this can be a very, very strategic game.
It's kind of easy for kids. Like the gameplay, it's pretty easy, but there's a lot of strategy in there. It's for the older ones.
Yeah, so your age and above, I think, do pretty well with this. The younger ones probably not. Because of
older ones.
Because of the bidding and the understanding which cards you want, and the whole thing about counterfeits. I think this plays best with 4. The 3-player game, 4 of the 6 counterfeits.
Very easy.
So that's a lot of information. If when you go to a 4-player or 5-player game, you only know 2. And that a lot of times it makes you a little bit scared when you're the only one bidding on an item. Maybe somebody knows something that you don't. So probably not for the younger kids. Your age and older, 10 and up. I think it's a great game. Something that the whole family could play.
Overall, I think it's a really good game. The components are wonderful. Love the artwork. The gameplay is pretty easy. Strategy, there's lots of strategy. Kind of easy for kids.
Yep. Accessible for families. Great game. Overall, we really liked Warehouse 51. It was a pleasant surprise. Again, our first auction game, bidding game. We'll probably keep it around for a long, long time.
Thank you for watching Brian's Got Game. Please like us on Facebook. Please tweet us at Brian's Got Game. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian. This is my dad. See you next time.